everyone, it's Christina with WonderSpark. It's nearly 4 o'clock, so we're just about to get started. We've got our sample puppet and our supply list. So I'll give you just a few minutes. There's not too many things that you'll need today, but I'll give you a few minutes to gather your things. I realize the writing looks a little bit small here, so we're also going to post the supply list on the feed as well. So I will see you in just a few minutes. Here. Let's get our sign up here so you know what you're about to watch. It's my very high-tech studio. Here we go. Nothing a little Scotch tape can't handle. And also for your viewing pleasure, there's a sleeping pup right there. So I will see you in a few minutes. Welcome everyone, it's 4 o'clock. It's time for WonderSpark Puppets DIY Puppet Craft. Woo! All right. Welcome everyone. I am Christina with WonderSpark Puppets. It is 4 o'clock, so you know what that means. It's time for today's DIY Puppet Craft. We're here every weekday at 4 o'clock and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. So always something fun for you to do. So it is Forest Week. So all of our crafts this week are having to do with forest animals or foresty things. So today I thought it would be really fun to make this cute little hedgehog puppet. And now I took the control off because it was hard to kind of make it stand up for you before we got started. But the way this puppet will work is just with this little pencil. And that's going to be the control for your little puppet. Really cute, really simple, so this should be a lot of fun today. Look forward to it. Okay, let's quickly go over what we're going to need. Our trusty supply list. So first of all, a cereal box or some brown paper or cardstock. I think it's better if you have something a little thicker than construction paper. Again, just so that control can really stick in the puppet. So I have some brown cardstock right here, which I'm going to use, but a cereal box will be just fine. And then we have construction paper as well. This is what I'm going to make my spikes and my nose and things like that out of, some construction paper. We'll need some scissors, a glue stick, and our pencil for our control. You could also use a chopstick, or since it's Forest Week, if you want to be real creative and go out and grab a twig or a stick out from your backyard or from the local park, something that's on the ground, I thought that would be fun as well. You want to get some real foresty things. You can use an actual twig if you want. But today I'm going to use a pencil. It was kind of rainy out, so I didn't get a chance to get out much today. And lastly, if you have them, you can use some googly eyes, and if not, you can always make your own eyes. So that's it. I think we are ready to get started. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is, this isn't even a full sheet. A full sheet would kind of be more like this size, but we don't need much of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna fold in a little ways. So we want this piece right here. I'd say that's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, something like that. And we're just going to press that down. Just like that. And this is basically the main body of our puppet. So we're just going to cut along that line. Okay. So we've got a nice rectangle that looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is kind of fold it over. I don't want to crease right here. I want to leave this round, but I'm going to fold the two ends so that they meet. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here in the middle and glue it together like that. Right here in the middle. Okay. And since this is a little bit thicker than construction paper, I want to hold it in place for a couple seconds to make sure it really sticks. So I'm going to count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So really making sure it sticks. Now what I'm going to do is, we've got some nice sharp corners here. I'm just going to take my scissors and round these corners out. Here, I'll take my pencil and just kind of show you what I mean. You see that? Just kind of rounding out the corners. So I'll take my scissors and cut on those lines that I just made. Okay. Ta-da! All right, now comes the fun part. So what is the thing about hedgehogs? What do they have that's really special? They have these little spikes, right? So that's what we're gonna make now. We're gonna make the little spikes. So in my sample, I made a very normal looking hedgehog. You know, he's brown, you know, 2 different colors of brown, got a nice little black nose. But this craft was inspired because my nephews, James and TJ, told me that they just watched the Sonic movie. And Sonic is a hedgehog. So I thought for this we would have a little bit of fun. And I think in honor of Sonic, I'm going to give my hedgehog some blue spikes. So I'm going to have fun with this. And that just goes to show you can always have fun and do whatever you want with puppetry. Okay. So I just have a little piece of glue. You might need a little bit more than this, but I have a few of my spikes already cut. So I'm just going to show you how we can make these little spikes. Whatever kind of paper I have, I'm just going to make a fold in that paper. It doesn't have to be too much. See? Just like that. And now I'm just going to cut out some shapes like this. Here, I'm going to take a marker and show you so that you can really see the shape that I'm cutting out. Basically, like a long curved line. So there's 1, and there's 2. See that? So when I cut that out in my folded paper, I'll cut them both out so you can see. So I've cut out that little long curved line, and when I open up the fold, I get this kind of little pointy shape right here. See that? It almost looks like a feather or a leaf. So those are the kind of shapes that we're making. Here's the other one. They don't all have to be exact. If you really wanted to, you could make a pattern and trace it and make them all the exact same size and shape, but I think it's a little more fun if they're more unique. So there, I've made a couple more. Just kind of long curved lines, and I'm going to cut those out as well. Okay. So I've got a bunch of these little kind of feather leaf looking shapes. And these are going to be my hedgehog spikes. So when I go to glue my little spikes onto the body of my puppet, something that I'm going to do to make this easier is on the bottom, I'm just going to fold up a little bit, right? So that there's kind of a little tab where I can put my glue. And that's going to make it a little bit easier to glue these on. So I have that little folded tab. I'm just going to brush it across the top of the glue, get a little glue, and I'm going to start at the back and just make a little row of these spikes. Again, every time I want to glue one, I'm going to fold down a little tab, brush the glue, and press it on. Ooh, I'm liking the glue. Oh, I got to make my fold, brush it on the glue, and push down. Okay. So I decided to make my spikes blue, but you know what? If you have more colors of construction paper, you could make these spikes all different colors. That would be really fun too. All right, let's make another row here. Got my extras that I've pre-cut, so we'll use some of those as well. Oh. All right. There's another one. Okay, I think I'm going to put in one more row to make my hedgehog really nice and spiky. Did you also know, this is something really fun, that hedgehogs are sometimes called hedge pigs? Isn't that cute? I thought that was really cute. I think somewhere in one of Shakespeare's plays, Shakespeare's a playwright that I really like, who lived a long time ago, but in one of his plays I think he also uses the word hedge pig, and I think that's very cute and fun. All right. Let's put one more little spike. Ooh, I think the blue was a good decision for me. I think your hedgehog or hedge pig can be whatever colors you want them to be. Okay. Woo! All right, there we go. We've got our little hedge pig spikes. Look how fun that is. Great. So I'm just going to add a little more detail. I'm going to give my little hedgehog, hedge pig a nose and then some eyes, because we want them to be able to see and sniff around in their forest. I'm just going to take my black paper and draw an oval shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, nice and simple. Something like that, so you can see the nose that I cut out earlier. Just something like that. And we'll cut that out and we'll get ready to glue that on to our little puppet. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right here in the center. And I'm going to glue my little nose right on there. Okay. So now I've got my googly eyes, which I'm just going to glue on. If you don't have googly eyes, we've done this a couple times. All you need is a sheet of white paper. You can take a black marker. You can draw a circle and then a black circle within that. And that is the same idea as a googly eye. So that's a really nice, easy option, and then you can cut that out and glue it on your puppet. I have my googly eyes, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick those on. They're nice and easy, peel and stick. So we will use those. Ooh, it's looking very cute. Cute little hedgehog. Okay. There we go. So we basically have our finished hedgehog or hedge pig, and we could play with it just like this if we wanted to. We could hold the back just like that and scoot our little puppet around our tabletop if we want. But as I've said before with one of my other puppets, if you have your hand very close to the puppet, if you're putting on a puppet show, sometimes your hand can kind of get in the way. So that's why I kind of like to have a control like this. That's what I'm going to use my pencil for, or my chopstick, or my twig, whatever you have. So all I'm going to do, it's really simple. Here at the back, kind of towards the top, I'm going to draw a little dot. Just right there, I'm going to poke a little hole. So I'm going to use my pencil. If you have a cereal box or something a little thicker, you might need some help. You might need an adult or a helper to use some scissors to poke that hole. But for me, a pencil worked just fine. So I've got that little hole. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go through the inside and poke it through that hole all the way. And why I like using a pencil is because the eraser, that metal part where the eraser is, it kind of helps to hold it in place. Nice and secure. Okay, there we go. We've got our finished hedgehog puppet. And now when we're putting on a puppet show, we can hold the pencil and our audience will just see the full puppet bouncing around like that. They can move slow, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, or they can move fast. So that's something you can play with also. Again, it's Forest Week, so I would encourage you, if you want to get real creative, go out and find a little twig. You can use that for your control. You might need some extra glue or tape to hold that in place. Or if you also want to get some little twigs to use for the spikes instead, or mix them in with your construction paper, that might be a cool idea as well. So you can really use some foresty materials here. Okay, so there you go. Those are our cute little hedgehog puppets. I hope you had fun. I think these are very simple and very cute and a lot of fun to play with, so I hope you enjoy them. We look forward to seeing your pictures of your wonderful puppets. Definitely post them, tag us. We love to see all of your creations. As always, you can visit our website, wondersparkpuppets.com. You can find merch. You can sign up for our membership program. You can order a puppet telegram or a live puppet chat. You can also enter a raffle to win your very own private live streamed puppet show. So that's also something super exciting. And we also live stream puppet shows for free every single Friday at 11 a.m. So definitely be sure and check those out. If you miss it live, you can always check it out. Those videos are up for a full week until the next Friday when we do the next show. So thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We hope you are enjoying Forest Week, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.